All right, shalom, shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America, first off and foremost. All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Karkadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Hopping straight into it, like the title say, spiritually intelligent. And what I mean by that is being spiritually in tune with what's going on in the world, what's going on with yourself, and knowing how to operate, how to implement, or how do you say, what's the word I'm looking for? Not implement, apply, how you apply it in your life, right? Knowing how to apply it in your life. All right. Now let me get this. This is why you have to be spiritually intelligent. Ephesians 6:16. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with 13. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So we deal with the left-hand side. Esau and all his fucking bullshit that he's wishing against us, and we have to deal with it. Spiritual demons, Satan, right? Because these demons fuck with us too, because hopefully we're part of the elect, so it's part of the furnace. All right, so we're being tried, right? It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, having the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So this is what we're supposed to be tied into. All right, we should have, like I said, the arm. It says, wherefore take the whole armor, right? Okay, the whole armor for what? So we can withstand the evil day. All right. So having the truth, all right, being a man, all right, accepting the truth for what it is, all right, having the breastplate of righteousness, all right, out here doing what you're supposed to do with all faith, all right, and your feet, all right, should be basically ready to go for what? For the gospel of peace, to preach, right? Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you should be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, right? So being spiritually intelligent, you need to have all these things. You need all these things to what? Operate in the world, especially in this world of wickedness, right? Because what? It says this wisdom and it says it twice. Deuteronomy 11:18. Therefore, you should lay up all these words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes. And ye should teach them to your children, speaking of them when they sit up in the house, when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Okay, so the Spirit, this wisdom, is the frontlets of your eyes. You filter the world through the Spirit. All right, that's how you're able to function in this wicked world. Yeah, I'm doing the video. All right, that's the only way you're gonna be able to do it. You have to filter out all the bullshit. You got to know, okay, this is going on in my life. I'm being attacked right here. I may not know the reason why, but this is how I combat it. Let me pray. Let me fast. And make sure I'm doing the work of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Let me be around the brotherhood to lift up my spirit. All right, because when you're feeling low in the spirit, you have to be spiritually intelligent enough to what? Revive yourself. And when I say revive, I mean more or less exhortation. You got to build yourself back up. You got to be around brothers to build you up. Iron sharpeneth iron. 2 is better than 1. 3 is hardly a cord broken, right? So you can't just be I'm just going through it. Woe is me. I'm not gonna say nothing about it. No, that's not being spiritually intelligent. That's a defeated spirit, all right, which we shouldn't have. We already run the victory, like the scriptures say, and this burden is light, all right. But you have to be spiritually in tune, all right, and apt to teach. That's another part of being spiritually intelligent. 2 Timothy 2:24. We start with 23. We start with 22. We start with 21. If a man therefore purge himself of these, he should be a vessel of honor, all right, sanctified and met for the master's use, which that's what we are, all right, in preparation, and prepared into every good work, going back to that gospel, right? Flee ye youthful lusts, all right? So shit we used to do when we was a young men, as far as the old man and the old man in his ways, all right? We don't do that no more, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord. So not only by yourself, it says with them that call upon the Lord. Now, what did I just get finished speaking about? Being around the brothers to recharge you. You have to be spiritually intelligent to know, hey man, I need to reboost. Let me find the bros. Let me be around the brothers. All right. Let me go do a lesson with one of the brothers. Let me hit the line so I can be around this calamity. Or however the fuck you say the word. All right. It says, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. All right, so like-minded men. But foolish and unlearned questions avoid, knowing that they do gender strifes. And the servant of Yahweh must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, apt to teach, patient, in meekness, instructing those that oppose themselves. If Yahweh peradventure give them repentance to the acknowledging of the truth, and that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will. And so that's why we're spiritually intelligent, because we don't want to be unaware of Satan's devices, unaware of the snares of the devil, or taken at his will to be captive. Okay? So all these things tie into each other. All right? You have to move with wisdom in this world. There's no other way there's no other way to move around the world. All right? So the older you get, the deeper you get into the scriptures, you'll learn that spiritual intelligence is a real thing. Not doing the same dumb shit that used to fuck you up in the past, man. All right, you have to grow up from that bullshit. When I say that, I speak to myself as well. All right, putting yourself in certain situations that you could avoid. That comes a part of being what? Spiritually intelligent. No, let me not do this no more. I did this way, and it came out that no, that didn't really work. So let me do it this way. All right. We all have to be maturing in the truth is a real thing, man. All right. We're not supposed to just be stagnant. We're not supposed to just preach the word. No, we have to live the word. All right. We have to live the word. We're supposed to be doers. All right. We can't be giving nobody else advice and we can't take our own advice. Or we can't read the scriptures for ourselves and know what the hell we need to do. Okay? That's a part of being what? Spiritually intelligent. All right, let me get this. James 1:5. If any of you, matter of fact, start with 2. My brethren, count it all joy when thou fall into diverse temptations. Now, when you fall into these temptations, It would be wise to be what? Spiritually intelligent. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith, so understanding why you're going through what the fuck you're going through. You may not know exactly what it is, but you know, hey, how about Shemi Shai is doing it to me? It's for what? What is this for? All right? It's trying my faith. It's working my patience, because patience goes into what? Suffering. Okay? But let that patience have her perfect work, and that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that it will be given, give it to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it should be given unto him. But let him ask in faith, not wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave in the sea, driven to and fro from the wind and tossed. And let not any man think that he should receive anything of the Lord. All right? Because what? We ain't playing games with the Lord. You should know exactly what you want. Yahweh Shemi Shai, give me more wisdom, give me more discipline, give me more patience, all right? Give me more faith so I could do the things that I need to do for you, Yahweh Shemi Shai, all right? And not fall to the left or fall to the right, all right? Hey, you may fuck up here and there, all right? But you have to pray to Yahweh Shemi Shai and make sure you don't lack in that wisdom, to make sure you're growing, okay? James 3:17. James 3:17. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, easy to be entreated, full of mercy and of good fruits, without partiality, and without hypocrisy. Because what? It's the truth. It's the truth. Put it this way. And I ran to one of these members from IUIC. I ain't gonna speak his name, none of that. But had a conversation. MOTB came up. Of course, you know, they don't believe in it. But part of being spiritually intelligent, you got to know what that MOTB is. And yeah, we could agree and say, you know what, we'll find out soon. But do you want to find out on the right-hand side of the Lord or on the left-hand side? Don't be willfully ignorant, you know? Yeah. What else we got? Colossians 3:16. Let the word of Mashiach dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another with psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. Right? So the word of Mashiach should be what? Dwelling in us richly, increasing, doubling up. Those talents should become manifold, right? It's part of being spiritually intelligent. All right. Hey, Galatians 5:25. If we live in the spirit, we, like I just said, we also walk in the spirit. All right. So you have to do the things according to the spirit. All right. That's part of being spiritually intelligent and knowing how to use it and when to apply it. All right. This is Proverbs 9:10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. That's the beginning. You have to reverence Yahweh Shemi Shai. Okay? That's the beginning. You have to be spiritual. A lot of us was. We did have some type of spiritual intelligence to know that the Bible was true and that the Lord is real. Now it was getting that understanding and that wisdom. The water to Yahweh Shemi Shai, that we came into the truth. Okay? And it's growing up in the spirit. It happened to David. Matter of fact, Psalms 119 and 99. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients because I keep kept thy precepts. All right. So David grew in the spirit. Now David still fucked up here and there, but David grew in the spirit. Okay. 1 Corinthians 2:14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the spirit of Yahweh, for they are foolish unto him, neither can he know them, because they are not spiritually discerned. And there goes the spiritual intelligence. They're not spiritually discerned. I'm glad the scripture came up. But he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet himself is judged of no man. And that is exactly what it is, because you're doing the right thing in the spirit. All right. But nonetheless, you carnal niggas can't receive it. It's above you. You're from below, like Yahweh Shai said. You from below, I'm from above. You guys are carnal. You can't get it. All right. You're not spiritually discerned. And that comes with being spiritually intelligent. So with that, I pray this was edifying. I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Karkadash. Double honors to thee, all the apostles of great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. Ba, ba, ba.